Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back. Another day, another video. Um, yeah, gonna look at a few problems today. I plan to work a little bit on the alpha game, the C++ game we're working on. Towards the end of the stream.
Yo, what's up,
Um,
guys? Welcome
Trying to
back.
think anything else.
Another day, another
Um,
video. Um, yeah.
yeah. Um,
Gonna look at a few problems today. I
Take
plan
a
to.
look. Start off by maybe taking a look at the problem of the day. See what we got today. Was watching some Coding Jesus, dude, for fun. Anyway, let's take a look. Number of zero-filled arrays. Ooh. Maybe take a look at that one. That seems interesting. So upon a scally draw, got a little environment set up here. Let's take a look at this problem. Jump straight into it. Okay, so given an array nums, return the number of subarrays filled with zeros. A subarray is a continuous non-empty sequence of elements within an array. There are 4 occurrences of 0 as a subarray. There are 2 occurrences of 0, 0 as a subarray. There is no occurrences of a subarray with a size more than 2 filled with 0. Therefore, we return 6. Trying to think what's the best way to think about this. I'm thinking. I was originally gonna say maybe we could. Screwx, what's up, dude? How you doing? I was thinking maybe originally we could backtrack and make all of the things here, all the what do we call it? Combinations, I think. Hang on. Permutations. Oh, I forgot to mention we had a job interview today, a first round interview for a call. So I have another interview on Thursday in 2 days. So I guess we'll see how that goes. Kind of interesting. With a local company here, so I guess we'll see how that goes. It's not a programming position; it's a security position, but doing good. Still working on the language project. What about you? Just taking a look at probably a couple problems on Leetcodin, and then we're going to take a look at the C++ project. Probably work on alpha game a little bit. I want to implement. I'm not sure how to actually go about doing this, but I think I showed this on stream. I was going to work on this today, bro, but I took a 2-hour nap instead. I was so tired. I want to work on the ability to. So right now, obviously, if I were to create my tanks here, obviously I can't place this here, right? Within this circle here, right? So we can't place it, but then we can place it here, right? This just represents the its field of view, right? I think the goal is what I want to implement, which I think is extremely tough, right? In my opinion, is I want to implement the ability to not allow tanks to be placed on the road here. So that's the goal that we want to implement, right? In terms of how I'm going to do that, I have no idea. Looks like we found a bug here. Why aren't they shooting here? That's weird. Oh. What just happened there? Okay. I don't know why they weren't shooting before, but... Oh, it's probably because I was placing. Okay. Okay. When I'm in this state, they don't shoot. It's probably something I gotta fix. There we go. We just found a bug, so... Then they start shooting. Okay. Anyway. That's probably what I want to implement today. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it done. I might need to do a little bit of research. Figure out how to do that. But yeah, that's what I'm doing today, Scrooge. Sorry, that was a long explanation. But we're going to take a look at this problem first. And I'm thinking here, I don't think we actually need to generate the subarrays here. I feel like what we can do is we can just use a sliding window here. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That is my that is my intuition here. I mean, we can have a window here. If we see a 0, right, we continue to increase it. If we don't, we move our left pointer or our left value. I'm thinking. Maybe not. Use array math. There are 5 occurrences of 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 3 occurrences of 0, 0. There's 1 occurrence of 0, 0, 0 as a subarray. Let's take a look at the constraints here. So we're looking at 10 to the power of 5 values in our array here. I don't know, let me know what you think, Squirks. Do you think this could work here, bro? Type shit. Right, so we can easily identify our... Obviously, we have our sliding window here, right? Having our left over here. Our left pointer, right? Starting here. Instantly, I'm just feeling this is... I would implement a sliding window here. I don't know if it's right. We keep looking at the values, right? If we see a 0, right? We increase our count, right? Maybe we can keep... maybe we can keep the key as the... how many values we've seen so far, right? So then we would increase our left here, see that this works. Then we see a new value, we move our left pointer here, right? And then when we see a 0, maybe that's when we move our left pointer. Well, I don't know. We probably have to think about it more in depth, but I'm thinking that's probably the way to go about this problem. Is there an easier way to do it? I think probably. I don't know. That's the first thing that kind of came to my head. But is sliding window overkill here? I don't know. Could a sliding window solution be overkill here? I have no idea. It probably is, but... Added, yo, what's up, bro? Good to see you again. Thanks for tuning in again today, bro. Good to see you, dude. What you been up to today, bro? Says here that what do we got here? Math array. Maybe we could count something. My sleep schedule is fucked up, I guess. There you go, dude. That's how it be, bro. I took a 2-hour nap today, bro. I was kind of pissed. I wasted so much time. I think what we're going to do here is we're going to start with a sliding window approach. Only reason is because I kind of like to practice these sort of techniques, so I think that's what we're going to go with here. So I think we're going to create a private section here. We're going to initialize a unordered map, std unordered map. We're going to pass in an integer and an integer, and we're going to call this, I don't know, call it my dictionary. Sliding window. How do we want to do this, right? So probably want int left. We probably want a for loop here, so we can go for y is equal to 0, I is less than so size right plus plus, right? So every time we add a right value here, we're missing a few things. What do we want? How do we want to think about this problem, right? I feel like this can be solved with a sliding window. We add values, right? So if we see a 0, right, we then add it to our hash map. Now that I think about it, is the sliding window actually necessary here? I mean, maybe it isn't. You know, maybe we could just do a simple for loop, right? Maybe have a pointer to where we've seen the least recently. I'm trying to think here. Because really, why would we need the sliding window here? I mean, how would this work in terms of, I'm thinking now, my mind's thinking maybe it's just a simple loop to check this. So we keep adding values here, right? And we finally see our first 0 value. What do we do when we see our first 0 value here? Well, I'm thinking maybe, do we move our left pointer when we see our first 0 value? But then we'd have to move it every time. Because in a traditional sliding window, we're looking for specific values and then we're moving our left pointer. Your variable needs to be a data type, needs a data type. Oh shit. Thank you, Ethan. Appreciate that, bro. So really, I'm thinking here, maybe we don't even need a sliding window here. Maybe it's more just, maybe it's a simple loop. Trying to think here. Okay, so what if we change this our thought here? What if, whoops. What if here, we just use a simple loop and we were looking, okay, if we see this, right? If we see a 0, then what do we want to do? We add it, or we keep a count, some sort of count, right? Okay. Every time we see a 0, plus or equal to 1, right? But how do we keep track of ones that are 2 here? What's the best way? Maybe we can have another variable, maybe a streak or something, right? Where every time we see a 0, we add 1, but then we also add our current streak. Or, sorry, plus or equal to our streak. Maybe that might work. Let's see. For remember, it should be size t, not int, because you are comparing it against the size of a vector, which is type size underscore t. Okay. Remember, it should be size underscore t, not int, because you are comparing it against the size of the vector. Okay. Okay. Thank you for that, Ethan. I don't know if I'm going to use this element here, but maybe since I'm not comparing to the size of the vector here, I think these should be ints, right? That should be fine. So int, let's do like a count, right? Initialize to 0. Let's do a streak. Right? How often have you come across something related to math on Leetcode? I don't know, probably a few times, dude. I don't know. I don't know. I cannot count. I'm not usually the strongest at math. I have taken math classes, obviously, but math is probably not, in terms of like computer science math, probably not the best at, but definitely probably could be better. But definitely could be better. But okay, let's do int num in nums, right? We can I guess like if num is equal to 0, so if we see a 0, what do we want to do? We increase our count by 1. I'll let you solve this and tell you my approach at the end. Okay, sounds good, bro. I feel like there's a more simple way we could do this on a sliding window, but I'm thinking maybe maybe we could do streak plus or equal to 1. So we probably need to initialize it here to 0. Streak plus or equal to 1. Then count plus or equal to streak. Then we need to reset our streak every time. If it's not there, then maybe we could do, we reset everything. We do our streak is equal to 0. If it's not 0, right? Because then we need to reset our streak. But what I'm thinking here is that I don't think this will work here. Reason being is that I feel like right now, if we see a 0, we add 1, right? We see another 0, our streak goes there, and we add 2, then we see 3. Oh no, that works. Okay. I think that works. Sorry, no, that works. Then we come here, see another 0, we add 1, being 5. Then we see another streak, we would add 2, 7. What do we get? We can now put a 6. Did I fucking count wrong? Plus 3. This should be 2. Maybe this might work, actually. Return count. No way. Oh. Runtime error assigned integer overflow. Plus cannot represent in type int. Signed integer overflow cannot be represented in type int. Do we just need to make this bigger? To fix signed integer overflow. We need to make it. Oh, it's a long. That's why. Ah, shit. Okay. Long. Type is long. There you go. I didn't see that. Cool. Wow. I solved it, dude. Didn't realize it was that simple. Yeah, I guess that's what thinking does to you, dude. You think about a hash map, and then you think about how it can be solved. It's a better way to solve it. What were you thinking, Attitude? What was your way to solve this? That did it was bi-weekly contest 83. Oh shit, dude. Let's see what this was rated, this problem. 2348. Wow, 1300. Interesting. There's a formula of n times n plus 1 over 2, which is the number of subarrays, and you just count the total 0 together and add the above formula before resetting. Ah, okay. Alright. Cool. N times n plus 1. I've seen that before. What is that? Like a... What's this formula called? It's been a while, dude. First sum of n positive values. Nth triangle number. Somewhere there makes series. You can type number of subarrays formula. At any end positions at the end of any position where it's starting point up to the end of the array. Okay. Cool. I would have not done it that way. I was thinking sliding window at first. Let's put on some lo-fi or something. Lo-fi, no copyright. Fucking headset on, dude. Oh, headset wasn't on. All right, well, took a look at that problem. Might as well jump to something else. Where is my stuff? Used to be big as study plan. That's what I'm looking for. Excel implementation. No way. Excel implementation skills. This is a thing. Leetcodin staff pick premium algo 100. Anyone have an idea what sort of problem we should look at today? Double like the 100. Jeez, man, it gets louder and louder every time, dude. Pascal's triangle. Climbing stairs. Number of islands, rotting oranges. Damn, dude. What should we do? What should we do? Linked list cycle 2, maybe, dude? Maybe we take a look at a linked list problem? It's been a while since I've done this one. I don't think I've ever done a C++ problem with a linked list, so I guess maybe we'll start with this. Given the head of a linked list, return the node where the cycle begins. If there is no cycle, return null. There is a cycle in a linked list if there is some node in the list that can be reached again by continuously following the next pointer. Eternity pause is used to denote the index on the node that the tail's next pointer is connected to. Zero index is -1 if there is no cycle. Note that pause is not passed as a parameter. Do not modify the linked list. Return the node where the cycle begins. There is no cycle, return null. Holy shit, dude. Is this music loud at all? You guys, or I don't know. Seems kind of loud for me, so I hope it's not like taking over the stream. Can you solve it using O of 1 constant memory? Well, I guess instantly what I think here is I think of fast and slow pointers, right? I mean, that's how we do cycle detection and linked lists, right? In terms of returning the specific node that it's looking at, I think linked list cycle 1, you just have to return either true or false. I think what makes it different linked list cycle 2 is that you got to return the node. So this is probably a good refresher for me. I'm gonna switch this copyright stuff. Not copyright, sorry, the music. Okay. I believe in linked lists there's not many patterns for linked list problems. It's mainly fast and slow pointers, detecting cycles, find the start of a cycle, dummy nodes, reversing linked list, yeah. 3 common operations. Here we go. I probably want to read this. Finding the middle node of linked list, detecting if the linked list contains a cycle. Okay, so that's what I said, right? Fast and slow pointers, reversing a linked list. Know about that. Merging 2 sort of linked lists. When to use dummy nodes. Dummy nodes will help simplify your code by removing the need to handle edge cases when your list is empty. Guide recs. Linked list cycle, fast and slow pointers. Reversing a linked list, palindrome linked list. So what are we given here? We want to return the list node. We get a list node pointer to our head node. I'm gonna take this. I don't know what this pointer, I have to refresh myself what this pointer means close to this here. What does this mean? return type. The text cycle function name, yeah, I understand that, but what is the point of that? The pointer to text cycle looks weird. The pointer belongs to the return type, not the function name. Okay. So, okay, this belongs to return type, so I think it's confusing me that it's over here, but okay. Return type list node. Okay, yeah, so we're looking for the pointer to specific list node. Okay, so buddy's texting me. Sorry guys, my buddy was texting me. So I've never really done a linked list problem here, so I'm thinking here if we're given the pointer, we gotta... Can we access that pointer? Do we have to dereference it maybe? I don't know. I'm trying to think about that. While head does not equal null. Oh, we should probably low-key initialize our pointers here. List node pointer. We want our... What? List node pointer slow is equal to head. List node pointer fast is equal to head. So maybe we don't need head now. So while... So really our fast is going to get to that first. So fast... While fast and fast pointer fast on next. Maybe we would need .next. It's been a while, so .next. Trying to think. Maybe. Fast and fast.next. How do we want to do this? When we do slow and fast pointers, we move slow once, moves one step, and then fast pointers move two. So, so if there's no cycle, we return -1. So I guess, well, maybe we should check, okay, well, if head, then we return -1. I'm not sure if this is correct here. I think there's something else here, to be honest, but fast, slow, while fast, and fast.next. We do slow is equal to slow dot next. Fast is equal to fast dot next dot next. Dot next. Slow, fast. We do 2 steps at a time. While fast and fast on next. We do fast on next because I'm not even sure we need fast on next here, honestly. So what are we really going to do here? If we were to draw this a little bit, we had 3, 2, 0, whoops, 0, 4. I guess it's -4. I mean, the values don't really matter here, but whatever. This goes back over here, right? We have our slow, our fast. My buddy's messaging me again. Okay, sorry guys. We have our slow fast here, right? Now, so our slow moves twice here. Our fast moves here. Then we go again. Boom. Boom. Right? Boom. Okay, this is the point where they're the same, right? But what are we returning here? We want to return... Telling the position is used to denote the index of the value. Tail connects to node index 1. Position 1. Is that what we're returning here? Okay. So we're returning a specific position in here. So how would we get our position here? What are we given here? Just a head. How would we find out what position? So we're not actually returning the node, right? Well, it looks like our return type here is the list node. So why are we given a position? We're given a position here. Tail connects to node index 1. Hang on, let me read this problem again. Following the next one. Internally, position is used to denote the index of the node that tail's next pointer is connected to. 0 index. It is -1 if there is no cycle. Note that pause is not passed as a parameter. Okay. Continuously following the next pointer. Internally, pause is used to denote the index of the node that tail's next pointer is connected to. The index of the node that the tail's next pointer is connected to. 0 indexed. Pause is used to denote the index of the node that tail's next pointer is connected to. Man, it's been a while since I've solved this, dude. Jan 22. Jeez, dude. It's been a while. So I feel like we obviously need an if here. Slow is equal to fast. Then we want to do something, right? That something is, I don't know what to do here, right? I'm a little confused what we're returning here. Tail connects to node index 1. Denote the index of the node that tail's next pointer is connected to. Oh, okay. Okay. Turn the node where the cycle begins. So this is, I guess, our base case here, right? If our head's empty, if head, return -1. So maybe if not head, return -1. Create that fast slow.next, create our slow pointers. If it's here, what do we want to do? Well, in every case, isn't the tail? So if we had fast slow pointer, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1. Damn, bro, I'm getting stumped on this linked list problem. This is tough. I'm a little confused what we're returning here. I think that's what I'm getting confused with here. So maybe, what is this called? Okay. 142 linked always cycle 2. Don't show any code. Maybe check if detection is working for now. Yeah, that's true. I probably should do that. Returning a node where the cycle begins in the linked list. Where the cycle begins. Okay, so is that the point that we're here at? So maybe what we could do here is we can create a list node. I guess like entry is equal to where we're at, right? So I guess it could be slow, right? Then while entry does not equal slow. Sorry, no, while. Just curious, are you gonna work on the game after this? Yeah, I am. I am gonna work on the game. Yeah. I don't even know how long I've been going for. How long? Not for about 43 minutes. I'll probably be working on the game in like 45 minutes, Ethan. Probably something like that. Just want to solve a couple problems first. So entry is equal to slow. So maybe we keep looping, right? So while this, we do while slow does not equal head. Sorry, while head does not equal slow or entry. What are we doing here? But is that linked list from you return the node where the cycle begins in the linked list? There is no cycle linked list, you return null. There is a cycle, you return the reference edge pointer to the actual object where the cycle starts. Let's return the actual node itself. The node you can return is the one whose next point eventually leads back to itself through the cycle. Bruv, don't do Leetcodin, do projects. I do projects, played Chuck. Thank you for the comment though. I do work on my projects every day, so I do everything. Is equal to, maybe it's slow dot next while, because our dot next, we're pointing at this value right now. Our dot next would equal this one, so then while That doesn't make sense that it made it. Damn, bro. Which node is the entry point? But really, can't we just return slow.next here being the entry point? But not, I feel like not in every case that would be. Yeah, guys. Can't think right now. Fuck. I'm just gonna look at how I did it. I can't remember how I did it. Curves on none. Curves on none. Curves equal to code on X, code 2. So these are our fast and slow pointers. If this, we create a head pointer to our head while entry does not equal cur, which is our slow pointer. Entry is equal to entry.next. Cur is equal to code.next. While entry does not equal cur. The simple approach would be just to use a hash set to see if all the nodes you visited. And if node.next is in the set, return node. Oh, that's a good one, Ethan. I didn't think about that. That would work, yeah. Shit. So what am I doing here? Well, entry does not equal cur. So entry is equal to entry.next, cur is equal to cur.next, return entry. So eventually, I think we're gonna. Damn, bro, is that literally it, dude? Is that what I'm missing here? So while entry does not equal, what was it? It does not equal cur, which is slow in this case. What, then we increase both. Entry dot next, slow dot next. It's a trick which you have implemented last time. Yeah, I just don't remember the trick. Honestly, off the top of my head, I don't really memorize the tricks, bro, to be honest. Yeah, interesting. I'll have to step through this. While entry does not equal slow, we do it when it does while we return entry. Yeah, okay. Outside of our while, turn our node, and outside of this while we would return -1. Didn't find anything, right? Probably gonna have hella issues here. Can I initialize return type? Oh, whoops. What are we looking to return? We return our position. Null pointer. Is that a thing in C++? I don't even know. Okay, it is. Null pointer. Node index 3, expected token X, node index 1. Token X and node index 3, dude. Reset to head. Is that what I'm missing? Reset to head? Where am I missing that? What do you mean reset to head? I don't know where I'm missing that. don't know what I'm missing here. So we have. I gotta step through this, dude. I don't know what I'm missing here. 3. Hang on 1 second, guys. I don't know. 1 second, guys. I'll be back in a second. My girlfriend's calling me. 1 second. Shit, dude. Sorry, guys. My girlfriend called me. My bad. Reset to head underneath. I don't know. Reset to head underneath. I don't know. Reset to head. Oh. Is that my issue? Slowed on next. Runtime error. Member access. Slow is equal to fast. Listen is equal to entry is equal to head. While entry does not equal slow. Entry.next. Slow.next. Return entry. It's that where the slow and fast pointer meet, you reset one of them to head and move 1 step for each pointer to reach the intersection. It's that where the slow and fast pointer meet, you reset one of them. Well, right, you reset one of them, right? I've created a new list node. So I'm resetting it to head here, but why am I getting this error? I don't even know what this means. Member access within. What does this mean, dude? I'm not sure. Line 35. What's happening to kids? You're trying to access them, like, you know, okay, all right. Entry. Jeez. I'll check if the initial head is null. I don't know what I'm missing here, guys. I'm not sure. I really don't know what I'm missing here. Shit, bruh. Shit. Let's see here. Actually moving the pointers. Doesn't. Oh my god, dude. What am I doing? I'm not assigning it, bro. Oh my god. I didn't even. I couldn't even notice, dude. Oh my gosh. Oh dude, no way. That was my issue, bro. Couldn't even realize I wasn't even assigning them. But okay, that's an interesting trick though. So I guess I'm gonna step through it just one more time. So we have 3, 2. We have 0. Just to make sure I fully understand it, which I think I do, but you know, gotta make sure type shit. Okay, so we got our slow pointer, right? We got our fast pointer, right? We want to reset here, right? What do we do? So our fast moves twice, right? So we can go boom, boom, right? Our slow goes here. Then our fast goes... I think it's better to learn the trick and do it at one go, like dedicating a day. I guess because you handled null case only for head. Yeah, I know it. I mean, I've solved the problem before. It's just like I don't know. Like when you come back to problems that I've done, like, well, I solved this problem in January. Like it's August now. Like I solved it 8 months ago, bro. Like there is no way that I like remember that off that specific trick. Like maybe I should remember that. I don't know, but like I don't know. I don't know. Not the goal for me isn't really to memorize like tricks and stuff. It's just like I don't know. I just do a couple problems a day to get me going, you know, get me thinking. Anyway, let's move our slow pointer here, move our fast here. So then we intersect here, right? Then we reset here. I'm gonna get the color here. So then we come in here, slow is equal to fast. We make our entry, right? And our entry goes here. Entry, right? While entry does not equal slow, right? So our slow is currently here. So then we would move entry by 1. Entry goes here. We move slow by 1. Comes here. So then we get the intersection point here. We return entry. And we get it. Okay. That makes sense. That's what I thought. It must be interesting trick here. I mean, I didn't get this, but I was getting so confused with the here. Like, why wouldn't we just return our like .next value here? Like, that's I was like thinking like, why don't we just return .next? But maybe in every case, like that's just not what it is, right? So anyway, cool stuff. Damn, bro. Maybe we have time to look at something else. Probably learn something. I have an idea of a problem I kind of want to look at. And then we're going to do some project work. I guess we'll look at this problem tomorrow, but I was talking about this problem yesterday. It is, I think, a fairly tough problem, and I think I've looked at it on stream, but maybe we might look at it for a little bit. Leetcodin, where was it? It was in graph theory. It was critical connections and network. Do we want to look at this problem again? Now, am I familiar how to do this? I mean, not really. I think this is a tough problem. Let's see, critical connections. Oop, I spelled something wrong. Yeah, it's a 2K rated problem. Interesting problem. So we got our connections here. So there are n servers numbered from 0 to n-1 connected by undirected server to server connections, forming a network where connections I is equal to AI BI represents a connection between servers AI and BI. Any server can reach other servers directly or indirectly through the network. A critical connection is a connection that, if removed, will make some servers unable to reach some other server. Turn all connections in the network in any order. Well, obviously, like, when I read this, like, it seems like, oh, shit, you know, this doesn't seem, like, so bad. You know, like, the hard tag, bro, the red color, dude, just kind of fucks with me a little bit. Shit. But, yeah. By connected component. Depth first search. 3.1 is also. So we return the edge, right? So we got our edges here. We got. Yeah, our edges here. 1.3 is also accepted. Tough problem, bro. Tough problem. So we're given each edge. So we got, in this case, we got 0, 1. We got 1, 2. We got 2, 0. And we got 1, 3. Right? And this is a critical edge because a critical connection is a connection that, if removed, will make some servers unable to reach other servers. Right, so if we remove this, we're still going to be able to connect everything. If we remove this, we're still able to connect everything. If we remove this. Okay, that makes sense. Use Tajan's algorithm. I have no idea what Tajan's algorithm is. This is a very difficult question. Even if someone has an idea of Tajan's algorithm, it looks almost impossible to code it perfectly in an interview unless someone has memorized it. I watched 2 YouTube videos to understand it and code it finally, but still do it again after 2 weeks. Do you rewatch the videos? In fact, one of the videos YouTube told that no interviewer had asked such a question in an interview, so I can understand how it was asked so many times in Amazon. Can you solve this question here, Reddit? Yeah, I don't know, bro. I'll just ask this as well as another meeting problem in 1 hour in Salesforce. Go figure. Question my life decisions, bro. Well, how do we begin this problem? I'm thinking if we want to implement DFS, we're probably going to need an adjacency list, right? So, start with the algo. Have you solved this problem before? Yeah, dude. Can you solve this, dude? Fuck, dude. Never fucking heard of Tajan's algorithm, dude. Honestly, used to find strongly connected components. Directed graph. Brett's using single depth first search traversal maintains 2 key values for each node. Discovery time, the time at which node U was first visited during the DFS. Bro, this looks literally AIDS. Like, maybe I feel like I should probably watch a video, dude, but I'm not really. I'd be sitting here, dude, for like 3 hours trying to solve this problem, probably. Like, so it's that you find edges that act like bridges. Yeah. I'd honestly have to watch a video. I'm more of a visual learner, dude, so I think I'm going to leave this for now. I think what I'm going to do here is let's start off by creating an adjacency list here, right? So I'm trying to think here. Ooh. Man, my back. Vector array. Vector images. Let's call this like build graph. We can pass in. What do we want to pass in here? Maybe like our connections here or something. Probably want to define an unordered map, right? Trying to think here how we want to do this adjacency list here. Do we want to use a 2D vector or I don't know, fuck it. Let's just do an unordered map. That's what we usually do anyway. Unordered map, we want an integer and then we want a vector of integers, right? Build graph, vector, int connections. We define our vector here, so I guess we don't really need std, right? Unordered map, integer, vector of integers. We would want to then auto reference for auto reference. Shit, man. Auto reference. What do we want to call this? Like edge in connections. What do we want to do? Well, we probably want to do, well, it's not a direct graph, so we need to do both. So what we can do here is but to be honest, I recommend solving later as the algorithm is to make your work easier. Yes, sir. Have you solved this one, Aditya, though? Have you done this one, bro? Have you solved this problem? This problem actually honestly looks AIDS, bro. I'm not gonna lie, it's just straight AIDS. Shit, dude, I'm gonna open Spotify, bro. We need to get some tunes going in here, bro, type shit. Like what should we listen to today, guys? What are we thinking, dude? I usually like to go for the classic Petite Biscuit. Gets the vibes going a little bit for me, like the little programming vibes. I get copyrighted every single time, but who cares, bro? Can I play Spotify on streams without getting copyrighted? Maybe I should probably stop. Maybe my account will get banned or something. On copyright music, lo-fi on Spotify. What do we got here? Oh, we probably want. What do we want to do? Copy this. We do lo-fi, no copyright. There we go, dude. Instead of looking on YouTube, there we go. We got some here on Spotify. Okay. Yeah, for auto edge, right? What do we want to do here? We want to probably. Oh, we're not even. I didn't even initialize the name of this, dude. Let's call this graph. We can do graph. Let's do edge 0. Let's do like in A is equal to edge 0. B is equal to edge 1. right? And we can append here, right? So, and we can go graph. Am I looking for cycles? To be honest, I don't even know what I'm looking for. I don't think so necessarily that I'm looking for cycles. I'm looking for a critical connection, which is pretty much a connection that if removed, you can't get to any nodes, right? So we have 1 here, 2, 0, right? So it's an undirected graph, right? So we have all our edges here, and we have 3 here. So we're looking, so if I was to remove this, right? If I was to remove this edge here, you know, we can still get to every single node here, right? So that's not a critical connection, right? I remove this, we can still get to every node, right? Boom, 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 right? So that's fine. We have this one, we have everything, right? We can get to everything. But then if we remove this one, this is considered a critical connection. So we're not able to get to node 3, right? From node 3, we can't get to every single other node. So that's what we're trying to identify. We're trying to identify a critical connection. Do I know how to do that? Not really. A lot of my DFS problems I work with graphs, yeah, like what you're saying, like cycle detection and stuff like that. So I'm familiar with, you know, probably medium level problems for graph, but I'd probably be learning like a whole new algorithm here. From what Aditya says, I need to look at Tajin's strongly connected components algorithm, but I am not familiar with it, and I don't really want to watch the video right now because I'd rather work on probably my project soon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the adjacency list here and I think call it and go work on my project. So I think that should be fine. I think we can just return our graph here, then we call our function down here, call build graph. This graph is equal to build graph. I was thinking about learning Python. Actually, I am an accounting student, but everyone is saying that AI is always going to code better than you, so I changed my mind. Yeah. I don't know, man. If you want to learn how to code, then I would learn how to code, dude. You know, if it makes you happy and you enjoy it, then I would do it. I wouldn't just learn how to code just to, you know, learn how to code. Like, I feel like you really got to enjoy it, you know? So, I'd recommend it. I enjoy it. It's kind of AIDS at times, but it's definitely fun. And it's definitely relaxing. I mean, not always. It can be, like, kind of frustrating probably most of the time, actually, but when you're by yourself and stuff, it's kind of what I enjoy doing, so. Anyway, let's build our graph here. So let's pass in our connections here. All right. And see if this works. Hopefully it does. No, it doesn't. No member name, append. Ooh, we're thinking Python here, dude. We want push back here, baby. We want push. Push back. Use underclad identify a graph. Can you not do that in C++? Ooh, I don't know. Can't call the function and assign the turn type here. I don't know. Use of underclad identify a graph. Oh, we need the type here. I think that's why. Could that be our issue? Just put auto in front of it. Shit, didn't think about that, honestly. Oh, void function does not return a value. Oh shit, we want to return something. Vector. What do we want here? We probably want like, what is our return type here? Vector. Vector int. Ugh. There we go, dude. Type shit. Okay, cool. I think we'll leave it at that. I think what we're gonna do now is work on the project here. So, it's okay. I haven't looked at this in a while. I took a fucking nap for 2 hours today. Man, I fell asleep. But we're looking to figure out a way that we can kind of stop the. So these are my robots here. Obviously, still haven't put in the textures yet. Good job. Thank you, sir. Thank you, bro. Obviously, we want to look at a way that we can stop our. Obviously, we can't place here, right? So that's good, right? I mean, that was our kind of first functionality. What do you do daily other than Leetcodin project? What do I do daily? I am a student, so I go to classes. Classes just started this week. And I work on campus for 20 hours a week. So, and then, yeah, I don't know, hang out with friends too. What is your age, bro? I'm 24. So obviously we want to implement the ability to not place stuff here on our little, I guess, temporary like track here. But do I know how to do that? I mean, not really. We got a draw enemy path function here. Shit color. What language are you using? C++, bro. I'm learning C++. That's the goal. So I'm trying to think here. Maybe a good idea here is maybe I should ask AI how to go about doing this, because honestly I am not really 100% sure. The way I did it before, in terms of, you might be thinking, well, like, okay, like how did you do your other components here? Well, I'm using an entity component system here, so I have my circle component here somewhere. Where is it? Circle collider component here, right? So pretty much I'm checking the overlapping between the circles here, between the components. And obviously my enemy path here doesn't have a component system like that. So I'm a little confused as to how I'm going to be able to check the overlapping here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to grab my little function here that draws the enemy path. How can I use this function to maybe a gaming stream after the job part is done? Yeah, bro, maybe. Your approach depends on how you create the lanes. Yes, sir, that is true. Right now I'm just drawing the lanes to the screen, so I gotta figure out how I can do that. Maybe a gaming stream after the job part is done. Yeah, maybe, dude. I just got a new hard drive, so right now on my fucking Linux drive, oh, sorry, not Linux, my Windows drive, I literally only have 250 gigs of space. So I just got my 2 terabyte hard drive that I gotta plug in. So, bro, do you feel the same vibe while learning coding as I feel watching hackers and movies? Bro, do you feel the same vibe while learning? Not really. I don't know, dude. I just open up the IDE and just start going, dude. So not really. Let's see here. How can I use this function to not allow tanks to be placed between the lines using an entity component system? Let's see what we got here. Use that same logic in your ECS to prevent tanks from being placed on the lines. You need to treat the path as a collision/restricted zone. You already have left border and right border. Okay, we do. Together they form a closed polygon like a ribbon. Store the polygon in your ECS as a part zone component attached to the scene/world entity, not tanks. When you calculate left border and right border and draw enemy path, also store them in the ECS so they can be used for logic checks. Okay. Wow, interesting. Okay, so maybe that's the way to go. Maybe we want to create another struct here. What do we want to call this? I guess we can call it like, I don't know, like path collision or something, right? Probably want to store left border, right border. That's what we got here. Let's take these here. These over here. Path collision. We recreated one already? No, we haven't. Okay. Passing CPP. Okay, so. Okay, what do we want to do here inside this function? Let's research a little bit. Calculate left border, right border, also store them into the ECS. Okay. You try to place a tank on a point in polygon test. Okay, I've never really heard about that. Take a look here. Point in polygon test. Ooh, I think I remember you telling me about this, Ethan, actually, back in the day. Title of the stream is coding until you find a job. Is your goal working at a company like Google or Amazon? Honestly, not really, no. I'm just looking for an opportunity, really. I'm not trying to target any specific companies, but just looking to, still going to get an opportunity, man, at a, company that, wants me, and I feel like I'm right fit for the company too. So that's the goal. Yeah. I don't know. Honestly, low key, bro. I don't know if I'd pass a technical interview for big tech, bro. Like, I'm not like a fucking Leetcode whiz, dude. So I'm honestly, I don't know. I feel like I'm pretty average Leetcoder. So I struggle a lot with problems that are probably above 1700, 1800. So I know, and I definitely would struggle. I think the hardest part is too, bro, is I would definitely struggle. I definitely struggle with the technicals, like, under pressure. Like that, I think that's like, where they give you, 30 minutes or whatever, and you're fucking busting your ass on the screen, like, to solve the problem. I feel like the pressure's tough. Like, the pressure gets to you for sure. But I don't know. I'm still gonna apply, so I guess we'll see. But I feel like it's only good for the experience, interviewing like that. So I have to do 2 questions in 45 minutes for Amazon. There you go, bro. See, I would definitely struggle with that. Probably takes me 2 hours to do one. So again, I feel like I'm a very slow thinker. I assume some people that have been here a little bit and watched me code and program probably realize that, but I am a very slow thinker. So I feel like that can be a good thing and a bad thing too, but I tend to overthink a lot. So yeah. Drawing path, also store them into the ECS. Need to use the ray casting algorithm for point and polygon test at max bleedwitch. Okay. The ray casting point in polygon. Alright, limits method used to determine if a given point lie. See, bro, all this stuff is like so new to me, bro. Like, it's also known as the crossing number algorithm. Okay. The thing is, bro, is like they don't teach you, bro. Like, I don't know. In college, man, they don't teach you anything like this, bro. Like, you know, or interesting. Is there a specific field within programming that you would want to work in, e.g., backend, game development, machine learning, etc.? Yeah. Not really. I don't have anything specific. I probably should. I probably should have kind of thought about that a little earlier. I mean, this is my last semester in university, so I probably should have thought about that a little more. I do enjoy back-end development too. But yeah, again, like, goes back to your previous question. I'm just honestly looking for an opportunity, man. Like, that's the main thing. I'm gonna apply and, you know, apply to roles that, you know, fit my criteria well, and you know, hope for the best. So I'm applying countrywide, so, you know, I'm open to I'm open to relocation, you know, for the right opportunity, obviously. But I think I'll find something. Well, I hope I will. But you know, that's the goal. So yeah, sorry if that was a little vague, that answer, but just I have experience. I mean, dude, like, again, you know, I'm still in school, so, you know, I don't have a crazy amount of experience or anything, but you know, I've done internship projects. I've done, you know, worked on Leetcodin problems. You know, I'm trying to teach myself C++. Well, not trying to teach myself, but Ethan's helping me too. But so it's probably a bit of both. But you know, I feel like I have, you know, I don't know what's considered good full stack experience, but I got full stack experience. You know, building my own applications, working on Rate My Frat. I don't know. Was thinking about making a trying out mobile development. I've never really done that, but I don't know. Like, just looking for the right opportunity. That's the main thing. So open to relocation, and hopefully I find something that's great. So, but I'm no dog, dude. I'm no programming king or anything. I'm fairly average, I feel like. So nothing special, but so I'm confident in my ability though. So, yeah. Store. Right border. So maybe we probably want to do it at the end down here, where they draw the borders here. Maybe we can store them in the struct as well. Where is it? How would I store it inside? What is your code there cooking up? Working on a game, bro. Trying to figure out how I would store this. What are we passing in here? We got our renderer here, so probably want to pass. Oh, well, that's in our render scene. Path render STL point path. Do we even use this in here, bro? Like, what? Oh yeah, we do. Yeah. Have someone offered you a job? No, someone has not offered me a job. No. I only just recently started applying. I'm in my last semester of university, so, or college, whatever, like, whatever you want to call it. I haven't looked at this in a while. Registry. We want the... I guess you know this, but you can definitely have a job with your current skills just from seeing how you think you are better than a lot of people who apply for jobs. Thank you, Bruno. I appreciate that, dude. That's very kind of you to say. Thank you, man. Nothing special, but I feel like I'm pretty decent. So, are you doing dev? Yes. Someone offered me a job? No. What language is this? C++. Sounds like you just need to decide more specifically what you want to do. Yeah, that's the goal. So. How to be good in coding, bro? I am not a good coder whatsoever. You should speak to Ethan about that. He's the goat, bro. I don't know. Just stuck. You are special, Max. Keep it up. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. How do you get good at coding? Yeah, sorry. I'm gonna answer the question. I don't know, dude. You gotta love it, bro. Just keep working on your shit. Work on your craft. Should be fine. I don't think I need to pass in registry here because it's in my class here, right? So I feel like I can just access the registry, right? Do I need... I'm trying to think. How the fuck do I... It's fun to see room dimming due to the light from the time the stream started. Yeah, dude. Yeah, the room does dim quite a lot. If anyone's interested as well, you guys should check out the Discord. It's in the description. Discord here is in the description. You guys should check it out and join. We've got a bunch of people on there. So primitive coding without cursor or code. There you go, bro. Type shit, dude. You guys should join the Discord here. Got a bunch of people. I think we got about 50 people in it. So, well, I've already joined it, but you guys should check out the Discord. It's in the description. Check out my GitHub profile too. Make me look good, maybe. You know. Maybe get some more followers. Maybe, you know, someone will notice me. I don't know. If you want to. But yeah. See, you guys think I'm a good programmer, bro, but I cannot figure out for the life of me how to do this. It takes me forever, dude, to think. So, show entities on the screen. Where is the initial position? How do we want to add the component here though? I don't know. Guess we'd think about that a little earlier. Quarter, right quarter. Size. You start by the point polygon test function in your math.h header. Think so? Is C++ your first language? No, it's not. I've only started learning it about a month ago. 2 months probably. Sorry, 2 months, yeah. What other language do you know, and how was it learning C++? Dude, honestly, I don't know C++, to be completely honest. I mean, I've been learning it, but I'm definitely very confused the whole time I look at it. But, yeah, I've worked in, like, Python. I've worked in, I picked up Python from doing Leetcode. Never really done a full project in Python or anything. Worked a little bit in Python, done Java. Java was probably the first language I learned. Picked up JavaScript for web development and stuff like that, and now I'm learning C++. So, yeah. Hey guys, let's connect on LinkedIn. Send connection for meine Extra key group of institutions. Type shit, bro. Type shit. I'd be down to connect if you want to. Sorry guys, it's probably pretty boring for you, but I'm just trying to research myself how I want to implement this. Decide where you want to. I mean, I just started learning C, so you know more than me. Appreciate it, bro. Maybe. I really want to learn. Could you share some courses with me? Dude. I don't know, dude. Some courses, maybe like. I don't know, dude. I'd probably just look at some C++ courses on here. Oh, actually, dude. This is where I can shout out Cherno, dude. Look at Cherno's, dude. He's got a great C++ tutorial here. I haven't watched it all. I should, and I will, but at what? Probably episode like 31. I'd look into this first, bro, and then just start making shit and fucking around with it yourself. But yeah, definitely look at Cherno's stuff if you want to learn C++. Man, your live stream is pretty entertaining. Keeping me company while I'm doing some coding right now. Appreciate that, bro. I'm surprised it's entertaining. I've probably wrote like 5 lines of code so far, so appreciate that though. Thank you, dude. Fuck me, dude. Okay. Did you ever use a game engine like Unreal Engine? No, I have not. No, I've never worked with Unreal Engine. I'm working on some pretty basic stuff right now, or at least I don't know. Maybe it isn't. I don't know, but I'm not anything crazy. I'm trying to. Only SDL? Yeah, for now. Yeah, I'm using SDL in a entity component system. So. Hey Ethan, like when I do this, bro, and I want to store the, so I got my vectors here in the struct, the path collision struct, right? And I want to, you know, obviously right now I have them locally inside this function here, left border and a right border. How would I implement them inside of the components.h? Like, do I have to add the component to the registry, or do I? I'm a little confused about that. Because usually I'm adding the components to the entities, but really, should I be adding this path zone to the entities, or should I be? I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how exactly I want to do this, but maybe I'm fucking around with something that doesn't. If you're still here, I don't know if you're still watching or not, but. Why you sit in the dark? I think it suppresses some hormones that help you concentrate and focus. You need to create a path entity that has a component. I need to create a path entity. Why do I sit in the dark? Dude, honestly. Why do you sit in the dark? I probably shouldn't be sitting in the dark, bro. I really got shitty ass eyes. It's just, it literally just got dark, dude. Like 10 minutes ago, I was sitting here and it was light outside, but that's what I did with mine. I created a path entity and then it has the path nodes. Okay. I don't know how I'd think about it using a path entity though. That's the thing. Let me switch this song. This song pissed me off. Yeah, I probably shouldn't be sitting in the dark, bro, but I'll probably. Damn, what was that algorithm called? The point-in polygon. So if I was to create an entity here, how about update function here? Check key. Leave a comment here, create path entity, right? components.h. No, see not h. We want to create an entity, right? So maybe should I manually create the entity here? You think? Astra entity. What do I call this? Like m_path zone. Path zone. Astra entity m_path zone. Should I create it here? Oh, we use a create entity function. Okay. Equal to Astra. Should I create it here, dude, or do you think I create a function and do it? Can you also add some resources you had used C++ on Discord? Yeah, actually, that's a good idea, Ethan. You probably should do that. That is actually a good idea. Create the entity. We probably want to. We want a. I don't need a render component. We want a path zone. Path collision. That's what I call that. Get rid of circle collider. I just learned it from my job. If I ever watch the YouTube video, I watch the channel. I can create a resources channel with some good resources. That's a good idea, bro. Put that shit in the Discord. Channel C++ series is good, bro. Honestly, the videos aren't that long either. Like, they're pretty chill. Let's get rid of this. Let's put. What should we call this? m_path zone. So we create our entity here. You don't need to store the entity, you just need to add the path component to an entity. You can later take a view of the registry for all the entities with the path component, just the one. Yep. Fix my hair here, bro. You don't need to store the entity, you just need to add the path component to an entity. Okay, I can do that. Astra entity path zone. Create path entity. We come over here to our scene. Here. Add to path entity. What did you say, Ethan? You said path component to an entity. You can later take a view of the registry for all the entities with the path component, just the one. Okay. Maybe we want to create a function here. Update path zone. Update path zone. So now we want to quit scene, update path zone. Call this. What do we want to do here? Well, probably want to add the component first, right? So, how did we add the component before? I don't remember. Have you tried applying to jobs? Yeah, I just started about a week ago, trying to land something for January. So, yeah, I've done a few internships. Definitely was tough landing those for sure. I didn't do any like crazy internships or anything. I did local stuff, so. I could never, bro. I'm telling you, man, for the life of myself, dude, I could never get past. I at least I think, I don't know. I don't think my resume was that bad either. Like, I could never get my resume looked at by someone. That was the hardest part ever. Like, I think I just wasn't passing the screening tests. So no one, like, actually would look at my resume. I don't know for sure, but I think that's what it is. Like, bro, I don't think my resume's bad. Like, I don't think it's that bad. You know, I don't know. You know, I got some nice personal projects, you know, that are all right. I mean, nothing incredible or anything, but like, you know, I've interned at 3 places. You know, especially for me, just to get there. I'm talking especially just about the internships. I'm not talking about right now about applying for entry-level roles, but like, just to land to be an intern somewhere, it was like so tough, bro. Like, so tough. Just to get my stuff looked at, like, I think, at least. I felt like I formatted my resume pretty nicely. I got my resume reviewed by other people, you know, about the formatting and everything and, you know, how I was doing the points. But, like, a lot of the time, dude, as well, like, I don't know. People always, this is my personal opinion, but people always talk about you gotta put resume on homepage. Is your LinkedIn good? Yeah, I think it's alright. I mean, I don't know. This is my LinkedIn, bro. I mean, it's alright. Like, I got a little description here, or whatever. Like, made some posts and shit. You know, got my stuff on here, my education, some projects I worked on. I even have my little intern project that I did. I was pretty proud of making this too. I thought it was pretty dope, but you know, I don't think my LinkedIn's like crazy goated or anything, but I mean, it's something, like, but yeah, I don't know. It's just tough, bro. It's tough getting your resume looked at. I feel like that's the hardest part. Like, just for someone to just see your resume, like, in the pool of like thousands of people applying, you know, like, so I don't know. Anyway, get component. We want to add a component, right? So how did I do that before? Add component. Take that. State path zone. Add component. We want to add, what do we call it? Collision path or something? Path collision. Yeah. Path collision. We called our entity. Nope. We want, what do we call it? Let's call path zone. Does that work? Or maybe I think we have to create the entity? No? Maybe that's fine, I don't know. Now we want to take a view, right? So we would need registry. Oh, it's neat. Thank you, Paul. Appreciate that. Ipsity says, you are so good and still no job. Am I cooked? I don't know, dude. I don't think so. Sigma Pi, my man, just go into tech sales. You are not afraid to show your face and grind. Go somewhere where you are appreciated for your skills. Appreciate that, dude. I don't know, man. I really enjoy programming, dude. I'm like super passionate about it. I don't know. I love to code, dude. I might not be like cracked, you know, like I've only been programming for a few years, so like I still have a lot ahead of me, but you know, I love to code, man. Like it's one of my favorite things ever. But yeah, dude, I was in a frat, dude. So I was actually the president of my fraternity too in college. Yeah, man, it was fucking fun being in a fraternity, not gonna lie, dude. It was literally awesome. But I had still met all my fucking best friends in there, dude. Super good friends with all of them, like still. So definitely a different part of my life, but it was definitely hard to you know, concentrate, you know, on the right things in college when you're, you know, fucking around in a fraternity the whole time. But yeah, it was good. So I guess we want to take a view here so we can do auto, like what do we want to call this variable, like auto path collider. We take a view of the registry. Create view. Take a view of the what, path collision or something, right? And we want to loop through. So for how long you been looking for a job? Shit. Honestly, dude. I mean, I'm a day 189, but I don't know. I just thought I'd start the series for fun, and I've kind of kept it going the whole time, believe it or not. So, yeah, probably. Honestly, I started applying about a week ago. I've actually there should be const auto reference. We want to do current entity that we're looking at. Entity, and then we want the path. Okay, so right here, local variable type, entity, path. Yeah, I have a few Google spreadsheets. I think I have it in here. Yeah, here we go, dude. Got my job application tracker here. I started 8th to the 13th, so yeah, about 6 days ago. Put in what, maybe 20 applications or something. But I don't know. I'm just gonna pump these numbers up. I haven't just been looking at places that, you know, had an opening, and again, I'm applying like months in advance, though, bro. Like I'm graduating this semester. Gonna be real. The title of the series might inhibit you getting a job, as it implied that you couldn't get a job for half a year, while in reality you only started applying last week. Be careful. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I have on my resume that I'm still a student. Like when I'm interviewing, I'm a student. So, but yeah, I'm thankful I didn't have to apply after the recent surge of LLM models on LinkedIn application meta feels broken. Yeah, I feel like it can be. Yeah. I don't know. Believe it or not, Paul, you know, when people have found my series on YouTube, I know the title maybe be like, yeah, like I haven't had a job in like, you know, a year or whatever, but like I've been a student the whole time. It's not like I haven't even tried to apply for the jobs, but I guess I can see how the title would be misleading. But believe it or not, dude, I get really positive things from the series, dude. Like, you know, anytime I've mentioned it to, you know, friends, or haven't really mentioned it much to employers, honestly, don't really ask so much about it. But when I was interning at this one place, the hiring manager loved it, man. He thought it was awesome. Like, I guess like what you said, you know, it really does show like the real grind and everything. And, you know, to be honest with me, bro, like, I don't really think it's that much of a grind. Maybe it is, bro, but I don't know, dude. Like, I'm going to program every day either way, so while I'm here, so, you know, it's not like I'm just literally turning on a camera and putting my face on the internet, like, you know, so, but yeah, I love it, dude. So it's been good. I get positive stuff about it. I don't know. I feel like just putting yourself out there, like, cannot deduce auto type, console auto reference. Oh yeah, we're not in Path Collider. Okay, so we're taking the view. So now here we want to call our function here, right? We want to call our what the call polygon stuff. What is it called? Polygon. Shit, dude. I don't even know what it was called. What was the algorithm that we were looking at? Point in polygon. Call points in polygon. It's been a grind for me too. I'm going into 4th year CS. Can't find the motivation to code. Don't know where to start to stay consistent. What was your path? I usually work with C or CPP. How did I start? Well, I don't know. I don't know, dude. I just made an effort to turn on my computer and just start doing shit. I feel like my best piece of advice is to find something that you're interested in. I know it seems a little bit cliche because I feel like everyone says the same thing, but find something that you're interested in. Find something that you want to code and program. For me, like, the past 2 months, I've been wanting to learn C++, you know? And yeah, like, I'm probably better at, you know, web development stuff. I have a lot more experience with web development stuff. Do I want to be a web developer? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I wouldn't mind it. I'd be happy for any opportunity, but, you know, I was like, I really wanted to really learn my, you know, low-level computer science fundamentals and make that better. So I was like, fuck it, you know, I'm going to learn C++. You know, I enjoy games. I enjoy creating things. And I was like, you know, I'm just going to make a game and, you know, try it out. So my game is a work in progress, but I work on it a little bit a day. And I feel like that's the most important thing, bro. You just got to stay consistent. I don't know. I mean, just anything, bro. Work on a project, like, you know, I would really seriously, you know, stick to working on a specific project, but don't, you know, follow a tutorial. Like, I'd say following a tutorial in the beginning is fine, but, you know, eventually you gotta go out in your own little world and make something that interests you. But, I don't know, even some days, bro, some days you're packed, right? Like, some days you might not have a lot of time to work on a project, but, you know, even just jumping on Leetcodin and solving the daily problem of the day. I mean, bro, like, just something, you know? You know, and that's how I started, really. Like, you know, and then to this day, I've solved 484 problems on here. Probably half of it's probably a waste of time on LeetCode, but that's good advice, man. I'm on COOP right now, so being a little low-level stuff too might back up the CVP. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, you know, just do something, bro. Like, do a LeetCode problem if you don't have time. Work on your project. Some days you probably work on coding for 5 hours. Some days it'll be like 20 minutes, but you know, at the end of the day, the most important thing is just being consistent, dude. Like, you know, just keep showing up, and if you love it, dude, like, you love it, you know. So it's like the fucking gym, dude. I've been going to the gym, bro, like hitting the weights, bro. Like, I'm still a skinny ass motherfucker, right? But like, you know, I'm putting on some weight, dude. Like, you know, I weighed 165 pounds 2 months ago, and you know, now I'm weighing like 177 pounds, bro, with like 3% less body fat. So like, you know, just, you know, some trust me, bro, some days I don't want to go to the gym either, but you know, just showing up, just putting in that work, dude, is the most important thing. So yeah, I just say find something that enjoys you, like that you enjoy. I have this like crazy idea. Actually, I want to share it on stream. I was thinking, dude. So a lot of people that watch my streams know I was in a fraternity in college, right? If you ever go to college, right, or you go to university, I'm sure, you know, you probably play your drinking games or whatever, right? You know, I was thinking thinking to myself, and I was like, dude, like, no one's ever made something that is a way to, you know, be competitive on drinking games. You know, like your friends, you're like, oh man, like, you know, I'm way better at beer pong or whatever than you, or whatever. Like, you know, and it's like, at the end of the day, who cares, right? But like, there's probably people out there that like really, you know, care about being, you know, goated at beer pong. Hey man, good for you. Always being into sports and gym. It's addicting feeling, but I hear you. Guess I'll open my MacBook tonight. There you go, bro. Type shit, dude. Type shit. That's what you want to do, Tyrone. But yeah, like, you know, maybe building some sort of app that, like, you know, with specific algorithm. It's kind of like chess elo, dude, but for like drinking games, dude. Like, I don't know. It sounds so stupid, like, but like, you know, maybe people love bragging rights too. At least you get users on the app, you know. I feel like that's, you know, something to talk about. I mean, at least getting 100,000 users or something, you know, it's kind of cool. Like, probably doesn't make any money, but, you know, just looking for the experience, really. Sounds stupid, but like, I don't know. I just thought about it, and I was like, you know, maybe that's a cool idea. I don't know. Something at least my friends would use. What's good, bro? Sigma Liggy. What's up? Yeah, let's implement this algorithm here in our math.h file. So we have our bool here. I feel like this is probably going to be a bool. Probably going to return either true or false, so... I'm thinking, what are we gonna pass into this function here? Point in polygon. I don't know what parameters I want to pass in yet. Trying to think here, how would you want to implement this point in polygon function? Maybe fuck, dude, I don't know what to. I think it's CD alpha game. LS CD. Gemini. Let's see what Gemini has to say, bro, about implementing this. Hey, can you understand my code base? I want to implement, what is it called? Point in polygon. Point in polygon algorithm into my math.h file. I want to do this because I want to check for I want to not allow entities to be placed within the, what did I call it? One enemy tank or one interaction. Shit, dude. What did I do? Yeah. It's in the, let's just call it like, oh shit. It's in the left border, right border. I guess we can call it within the path. How should I design this function? I don't know, that'll be fun. Let's take a look. Let's see what Gemini has to say. What the hell is it doing here, dude? Astro.h. Component, path component. Oh, the function of math namespace, which is consistent math functions. Point in polygon. We want to pass in a const STL point reference point, const std vector STL point polygon. Point, an STL point representing the entity's position to be checked, a polygon representing the vertices of the path, your enemy path L1, and path component already use this structure. Raycasting algorithm, that's what we were talking about earlier. If it's even, it's outside. The approach will integrate well within your existing transform component for the point and path structure for the polygon. Does the design meet your requirements? Honestly, yeah, I think that's good. Let's see what it generates me. I wish it fucking showed me the lines of code here. I don't know what it's like editing, dude. Suggest changes, dude. There we go. False in n. Less than 3. Must have at least 3 vertices. So I guess. Inside ECS. We still need to implement this here, storing inside ECS, but I think what we'll do is let's do this math function here for now. What's over here? So they're saying we want to pass in a const STL f point reference to point const std vector, which is going to hold types of STL f point, and then reference the polygon. Okay, here we have a bool is inside. Start off as false. And then we're taking the size of the polygon, right? So what exactly is that polygon though? Because I'm not really too sure what that exactly represents. So I guess we'll have to update this. We want polygon here, so the std vector type int. Is it? What is it? Sorry. So STL f point. Right. So we got a vector here of STL f point, and we want a. Whoops. Yeah, polygon. Right. So here, COF point, we have our polygon. Then we got our int n is equal to the polygon dot size. Then we loop, right? So how are we looping here? So we're looping from j is equal to n minus 1. How are they looping here? So they start from in I is equal to 0, I is less than j is equal to n minus 1. I is less than n, j is equal to I plus plus. So this is an interesting for loop here. Guess it's like interesting like polygon math here, I guess. Which I am not a math guy. So and all vertices. J is equal to n minus 1. I is less than n. J is equal to I plus plus. And J. Where are we? AJ? Doesn't like n here, like a variable int n. What's tripping here? As this an n. Let me copy that from the internet. I typed something wrong. Whatever, dude. Anyway, so we got some interesting. So I think what it's doing is we're comparing all the polygons from C_F point reference is equal to point reference constant COF point reference. It's gonna be we can call it point I guess we can call it fuck, we'll leave it at that. Oop. Point J equal to what from our polygon here, right? So it's polygon I, right? Polygon J. What's wrong here? We need an underscore here. Okay, so we're grabbing our points now. Now what we want to do with our points? we want to check if they're inbounds or not, but I'm not sure how to check that, to be honest. So we're looking at, so that for loop checks every single polygon point, which is an interesting for loop, the way that it is. Then when if it's valid, then let's grab this here. Looks like we're dealing with this math here, so so we want point I, we want point J, point I, point J, point I, point J, point I. And then we want to check is inside is equal to screen. This is some interesting math, but I'm not a math guy, so. The opposite of this, and we would just want to return our is inside. So this would be our function here to check our point in polygon algorithm, which obviously I did not design myself, but all we need to do is implement this. We just need to check it, right? And then we would call it in our update path zone here. So we would call our let's say 24T. Louise. I don't know what that means, Louise. What does that mean? So we want our if so I guess if math point in polygon what do we want to pass in here? Well, we want our point, whatever our point is, but I know our path collider here holds our polygon. Am I typing it wrong? Path collider. No, that's our view, sorry. I guess our M underscore path zone dot. No. Do we need to get a pointer to it? I think that's right. I think we need to get a pointer. So keep SA24T secret message. I don't know what that secret message means, bro. I have no idea. You gotta tell me, dude. So let's grab our component here that returns a pointer here. So get component. Path collision from our M underscore path zone. Wait, what is our M underscore path zone? Astro entity. basic entity. P pointer. Now can we access it? P pointer. There we go. Dot polygon. Then what? We just want to return true. I guess here. I don't know what we're gonna pass in here though. I guess what? Oh, we'd probably pass in the entity position. Position of the entity that we're comparing to, right? So, which in this case, I don't know what that would be. We need to pass in something from here. Auto robots, update all the robots. How did we do it over here? We did. I think we'd have to check it in here. So place it. Is entity colliding? Yeah, now that I think about it, we'll probably want to check it in here. Right, we probably want to compare with the colliding here, so I don't know. I'll leave this for now. I think what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to end the stream here. I'm going to keep working on this tomorrow, but I am a little tired. We've been streaming for about 3 hours, so I'm going to keep working on my stuff behind the scenes. I also promised my friend I'd play some games with him, so I'm going to do that. I just want to thank you guys for all the support today. Appreciate all the help. If you guys are interested, just follow my GitHub. If that interests you. Just also join the Discord in the description, the Starworks Discord. So yeah, just check that out too. I think we've got 50 members on it now, so if that interests you, we talk about kind of everything, just kind of about learning and about, you know, projects that we're working on, Leetcode problems, whatever. So if that interests you, trying to build a community there, so definitely stop by there if that interests you. Again, appreciate all the love today. Thank you guys, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Appreciate it, guys. Peace.